Okay. I think we are now set to go. Oh, I need to get my door set up. Well, now I'm just plumb disappointed because hold on, let me check the OBS. Oh, Freak gets hit by the green screen? Oh no, I'm wearing my Freak shirt. I'm wearing my Freak shirt and the chroma key fucking edits it out. Well, that's a goldarn shame. That's a goldarn shame, that is. Whose deck is up darkening our dungeon? Troper, today it's Dad out for milk. Dad is finally back from getting milk, or so they told me on Discord yesterday. What's up, Tengu? Happy FNM. What's up, Casey? What's up, Shrinky Dink? How are you all doing? I'm doing pretty good. Hello, Britbread. Welcome to the stream. Hello, Tom. We're all always on time. What's up, Jane? Hell yeah, Knight. What's up, Fluffles? Hello, No. DMC, I'm sorry you've had a rough day, but I'm sure it will get better as you clear more of the darkest dungeon runs for us. What's up, Otter? Looming. Either call somebody or go outside, depending on if that's true or not. Oh, at Magic? Good shit on. Saint Anger, thank you for the tier 1 Twitch sub for the second month in a row, my friend. Welcome back to the dog home. Friendly Neighborhood CBJ reporting for stream watching duty. I know that's an acronym for your name, and I'm really trying hard not to twist it. How do I submit a deck for you to roast / help improve? So, Poker, there's two methods. The two methods are you can purchase a commission via Ko-Fi. These only go on sale at the beginning of each month. Or you can try to get in through the free deck roast raffle. This also happens at the beginning of every month. So for this month, the Ko-Fi commissions are already sold out. They are $50 a month. They will be increasing in price again to $69, as I had previously told everybody. So those will go on sale next month. Let me look ahead. Next month, what's probably going to happen is the commissions will go on sale on the 4th, and the free roast raffle will happen on the 3rd. So the first weekend of May, we will have the free roast raffle on Saturday, and then the roast will go on sale a day later. Hey boss, I'm considering torturing myself by doing the 32 deck challenge. What do you think of Shu Yun as a Jeskai Voltron commander? I think the 32 deck challenge is a ridiculous thing that you shouldn't do. If you were going to do a 32 deck challenge, I would challenge you instead to come up with 32 unique gimmicks, rather than just trying to, I don't know, be racist about it and be like, oh, well, they're different colors, so they have to play differently. Shu Yun's fine. Can give double strike. That works. If Shu Yun is fully Jeskai, you probably have a lot of other cooler options, but Shu Yun's very workable. Yeah, we're moving the roast raffle to the weekend. Jomi, if you've never brewed energy, then that's what I'd suggest. If you were ever going to do something like the 32 deck challenge, I would recommend doing that as a sort of like exposure therapy to all of the different playstyles in Magic that maybe you've never built around before. And so I would lean into things you don't know anything about. Like if you don't know how energy plays, do your best to build a good energy deck. If you don't know how graveyard decks play, when you get to Golgari, don't avoid the graveyard. Try to make a graveyard deck. Like you should do it to learn all of the different archetypes, so you can figure out what things you like and what things you don't like. Hey Mald, what are your thoughts on building a Naya Cloud deck with living weapons cards? I think that's pretty reasonable. When I saw this guy, I thought that it made a lot of sense to go. Is he on? Yeah, he's on Scryfall. like going living weapon is a good way to shoot the middle of, oh, I'd like to draw cards. I'm in Naya. I would like to refill my hand. I mean, you a bitch FR because it's Naya, but you a reasonable bitch. Depend, thank you for joining the stream from Brazil, my friend. Mauld, what do you think about Tayam? I want to know. So, I mean, Tayam is the type of pontificating, masturbatory bullshit that you can only do in high power. Tyam is my preferred CEDH commander. They're no longer as relevant as they used to be, but the first CEDH deck and the only CEDH deck I learned for a long time was Tyam stacks. I think trying to do this in low power it's possible, but the play patterns that work well for Tyam lean towards you're going to do high power hate bears because you're getting shitty low cost non-land permanents back, and the best plan that works with that is stacks into combo. I mean, you can do anything with them, but the stuff that works is, oh yeah, wow, lands. Sorry, let me get you a fucking Grammy, dog. Sorry, hold on. I didn't realize we were going to have to mask this early. 1 second, everybody. Holy fuck, brother. You're doing lands in Abzan? I'm going to have to call the police with how hard you're cooking, or maybe Gordon Ramsay. All right, where's Dad? Yeah, Starry, just submit any change you need to make for your roasting. Just submit it via email before the deck roasting day. Boss, I just got elected treasurer of my university's trading card games club. It's only a matter of time before I rule the world and legally require all commander decks to run mass land denial. God damn it, Lemon. Could you talk to me like that during coitus? Absolutely not. Under no circumstances will we ever have coitus, J Dizzy. Okay. They said the 11th works. Oh god, I told them noon, but I don't know if I said noon PST. GD Giant Dwarf, thank you for the 100-bit cheer. Thoughts on Zergo all board wipes? Foolish. Deeply foolish. Oxidkius, are you dad out for milk? Are you dad out for milk's Twitch handle? Charlie the Majestic 109, thank you for the Twitch follow. Welcome to the doghouse, my friend. Okay, perfect. Fluffles, yeah, after we do Dad's roast, we're going to be going back into Darkest Dungeon. This is a makeup roast because we missed Dad's first stream. And so the custom card redeem is on purpose, but any custom card redeems that get redeemed during the roasting part of the stream will just get covered during the Darkest Dungeon part of the stream. So anyway, closing the loop on Tyam, there's a lot you can do, but the pseudo combo nature of the ability, like you have a colorless mana ability that involves removing counters from creatures you control. And so there's a lot of synergy you can do there, but all roads lead to Roam, where Roam is you taking a 10-minute turn. And basically, anytime my deck would make me take a 10-minute turn, I go, this should be high power. I don't think it's totally unreasonable to ever take long turns in low power decks, but for me, it's basically never I'm never looking for an experience in lower power or more casual tables where any of us like want to be dominating the airwaves for that long with game actions. Yeah, all roads lead to Devoted Druid and Luminous Broodmoth. Like, everything you can do is not necessarily CEDH powerful, but almost everything you can do ends up in these like very, very trigger heavy, sequencing heavy turns that, frankly, if I ever play them outside of high power, I just get bored as shit. No, the Bear, thank you for the tier 1 Twitch sub, my friend. Welcome to the dog home. Dad, we're going to vamp for just a few more minutes, and then we have to do the manual ad break. This guy just yells Final Fantasy summons to me. Point Redeem, is there anything nice you are willing to say about Brago King Eternal? Oh yeah, this guy for sure. So a great thing about Brago King Eternal is that because of his color identity, you can play him in Niv Mizzet Guild Pact. Are you happy? Are you satisfied now? I hope so. Brago is, as all monarchs should be, dead. Zoria, that's fucking perfect. Thank you. I'm only building a Brago deck because I have the Miku art. I mean, hey, listen. I sympathize with you. I'm gonna execute you all the same, but I sympathize with you. Is Flicker your least favorite archetype? I don't know if it like fully clears to the least favorite archetype. Enter the battlefield triggers are my least favorite thing in the game. Flicker often abuses those a lot, but that's also why I dislike people who pretend they have stompy decks when they really just have like ETB decks, or they just have like big creatures and also Terror of the Peaks. Like, anything that triggers because you've entered the battlefield, I am asleep. I am asleep, and I'm having a fitful dream. I am having a disturbed slumber. So, like, landfall, if you do like dragon stompy, because what pisses me off the most is dragon decks act like they are about that business, and then they don't go to combat. Like every fucking Tiamat deck that goes, okay, I play Tiamat, okay, I play Terror of the Peaks into Imagination, Atali makes you sleep. Atali's kind of a special case because it is... Holy shit, Jarther, thank you for the 5 gifted tier 1 subs, my friend. Welcome to Dog Heaven. I appreciate that generosity so much. Does Henzie not fall into this category? He does, and it's perhaps the reason I love Henzie so much is that the thing then gets the fuck up out of here. And you can also just do combat damage. Like, the reason I like Henzie is that he takes the paradigm of having creatures with good ETBs, and he actually pseudo forces you to go to combat and actually fucking do something with them. And then the note on Atali. So the ETB Atali is half getting grandfathered in because of its relation to the communist dinosaur, and I love theft. I loved theft so much that I will forgive an ETB effect because I love stealing. Also, Jarther, thank you for claiming that exclusive Discord role. If you ping Bean or the admin team in Dear Malltown, they can set you up. What about Sundial of the Infinite and Henzie, though? I don't know. It's kind of boring. But it's also like, at 3 cards, you're kind of doing whatever you want. And so, if you go, like, Henzie... If you go Henzie, creature to cheat in, and Sundial, like, bullshit should be happening. At some point, motherfuckers have to win games, and assembling the Triforce of Synergy and Henzie, you should be cheating a little bit. Zilvan, thank you for the follow and the Prime sub, my friend. Welcome to the dog home. I appreciate those Jeffrey dollars. It feels weird to hate one of the most basic mechanics in the game. I mean, hate's a strong word. I just find it the least interesting by far. And I think that it, like I don't think, yeah, Spell on a Stick is so much better than Spell, which is part of why I find it boring. It's just like, yeah, of course, that's so fucking good. So, Cobalt, I'm going to correct you only because people on the internet love to play telephone with motherfuckers saying shit wrong. So, for the record, I think funny, untrue quotes are hilarious. I'm going to correct this one because motherfuckers love to do those air quotes things and then unironically pretend that's what I fucking said. It is like, there are things that are boring, but you should not strive so hard to be interesting that you refuse to fucking win. Unless you have a gimmick. Like, frankly, my Henzie deck in particular, which you can see because I think I have like a published deck tech about it, and I did a video roasting my own deck. Like, this motherfucker is gimmickless. I play this guy as a workhorse. I play this guy because he is moving the game along via the reduction of life totals. That is a good and necessary job. You do not always have to be the most interesting person in the room. Sometimes you can just sit down, clock in, and fucking kill somebody. The pinnacle, like, the reason I like my Niv Mizzet deck more than my Henzie deck is because the peak of deck building is to have something that is effective and interesting and has a well-defined theme that you can feel when the deck plays. But, like, you shouldn't go... We're just going back to the pyramid again. Hold on. Where's the pyramid? If you cannot be effective and interesting, do not be ineffective and interesting. Just be effective and boring. Also, Dad Out for Milk, thank you for the tier 1 Twitch sub, my friend. And Saltly Atlas, thank you for the Prime sub for the 2nd month in a row. Welcome back to the dog home. Boss, send help. The new live Dimension 20 event is going to be Fabian versus Chungle Down Bim. Canonically, one of them is going to be permanently dead in Fantasy High. Troper, go to sleep. You're dreaming. Do you know what all Commander shows you've played your Henzie deck on? I'd love to see more Henzie gameplay. So Nephris, I think the only 2 times it's debuted on gameplay channels has been once with Prof and then again with Elder Dragon Hijinks. The Elder Dragon Hijinks version had a lot of upgrades compared to the Prof version. So the EDH, yeah, the Elder Dragon Hijinks one is better. I got very lucky on the Prof episode. Like, we did not script any of that. I did not get to like sculpt my hand at all, but the deck went off pretty much exactly as I wanted it to on the Prof episode. But the Elder Dragon Hijinks deck was like just better. It was more reliable. That version goes off more often for more impact. Okay, now we have to hit a manual ad break, and then we can get into Dad's deck roast. That Indoraptor deck is bullshit. That was also made by Mauled Bean, my mod. Drexia808, thank you for the 100-bit cheer, my friend. I appreciate that contribution to the dog home. To the dog pile. And Bjorn Thorson, thank you for the Prime sub. Welcome to the dog home, my friend. I appreciate that generosity. I've been looking for an excuse to say Prop's personality in a Commander game setting is fun to me, but all of his more constructed videos give me the ick. I mean, that's fair. I give people the... Like, I know for a fact that some people find me completely fucking insufferable, and that's dope. I hate you too, Rodney, you fuck-ass loser. This is why you're bitchless. And see, like, some of us are going to like that. There's going to be at least one Rodney who does like me and is going to be like, what did he say fuck me for? And, like, come on, Come on, R-Dog. You know me and you are cool. But the... one of the lessons I have learned over and over and over while trying to do the internet funny man thing is the best thing you can always do is be the most you as possible. If you don't know what you is, the next best thing you can do is be as exaggerated as you can. And so Prof leaning into whatever like proclivities or nuances create the character of the professor is good. Even if it doesn't rub all of us the right way, because that is him actualizing his character as much as he can. Yeah, Prof still does write for the show. He has other writers now, but I know for a fact that he has stuff that he writes and is still really happy with, and he still works with the scripts that he does get. Like, I think it is important to make a distinction between like, oh, he has writers working for him now, and he doesn't do any of the writing for his own show anymore. Because based on all the conversations I've had with him, he is still quite heavily involved with the writing process, at least on most things. I'll also close League to... Also, D-Man, thank you for the 100-bit cheer, my friend. Appreciate that contribution to the dog pile. As a favorite saying goes, even if only 1% of the world likes you, that's 79 million people. So do as you do, boo. I was re-watching one of the roasts while waiting for Mom to stop by for dinner. She saw it and asked, why is that guy being mean to you? Because she recognized my Moxfield username from my email. That's fucking hilarious. Yeah, and Dizzy, so on the note of like the constructed videos being ads for other companies and whatnot streams, that's a hard line to toe. I don't watch Magic content, so I haven't watched enough of I haven't watched enough of Prof's videos to really have a sense of that. But yeah, like it's tough because if you don't self promote, like have fun with rent, bitch. But there's definitely a line of the video becomes, okay, this video is like an empty shell that only exists in order to advertise this other thing. So I'll say maybe the better way to put that is you would probably forgive it if Prof's persona gelled with you better. Like I think that I think like I think that's one of those things where we call it cringe if we don't like the personality that's doing it, and then if we like the personality that's doing it, get that bag, dog. Yeah, especially when he's running an entire company in the background. Like one of the most chill guy experiences I ever had with Prof is it was like the one time that I had seen him like buzzing about one of his own achievements. I don't talk to him very often. We don't have a particularly close relationship, but I've spoken to him, you know, in person a few times. And one time we were talking and he would like talk about his level of success and how well things were going, but in a very like grounded sort of, you know, removed from it a little bit, obviously not letting it go to his head or anything. And, but this time he seemed like mad up on it. And so when I asked him about it, he was like, oh yeah, we just got the editor's dental. And I was like, all right, dog. All right, I'm not going to be as good a person as you are. Shut the fuck up. All right. And I just left to go be a dickhead on the internet after that. I knew I was cooked after that one. But he was like straight, not geeking, not as far as being geeking, but it was like the thing I had seen him most pumped about with his own content was he was like, yeah, now we can get like a full health plan for everybody. I was like, bro, I don't even give my editor enrichment time. What the fuck are you talking about, dental? Oh, thank you, Jonah. I appreciate those kind words. Hi, Mauld. I'm a newish standard player and casual friend group only commander player. Everyone in my group was bullying me into crafting my commander decks, but how the fuck do I navigate 30 years worth of cards when all I know is this current standard rotation? So, Ratchet, the beautiful part about that is power creep. There are 30 years worth of cards. For the most part, only the last 5 are any good. Unless you're playing really high power. If you want to play like casual commander, straight up, last 3 years of releases, you can build bullshit. And then after that, this is the beauty of the zoo. So edhrec.com is what I call the zoo. Now, there is an inherent danger to using this resource. It is a good resource. If you type in budget limits are terrible, but we can only fix so many things at once. We'll have you in for a different therapy session on a different day about the problem and dumbness of budget limits. But if you type in any commander, like say, God, Tiamat's a really bad example, but Tiamat, it will show you other cards that people are playing with this deck. So you can use this to get an idea of how you want to build your deck, because it will also sort by tags in terms of deck theme. But the big danger here is you only want to pick like 20-ish cards from EDHREC. Like you want to use EDHREC to pick your broad archetype and to find the tools that are going to support that broad archetype. But if you try to build the entire deck from EDH or even if you take like half or more of your deck from EDH what's going to happen is it's just going to be like a soupy pile of generally okay things, but they're not going to talk to each other super well. So what I would do is I would use EDH to become more knowledgeable about like, oh, what have I missed because it wasn't relevant in standard? What do I not know about because it came out 15 years ago? And then after you've picked these like sort of 20 core cards from EDH I would go to Scryfall and I would use probably the advanced search to try to hunt down other cards that are going to be relevant for you. If you don't know how to use Scryfall, I have to fucking promote somebody else, which is going to make me vomit because I've not made my own Scryfall video.
Thank you to my channel members.
Fuck this guy. 3-3 Elk has made a great quick guide to Scryfall. I'm going to plug his YouTube right now. We have a new video out together, by the way. Please go watch that bullshit. So after you, I mean, never use EDH again as rage bait thumbnail, but after you have used EDH use Scryfall to fill out. Architect is sent from the devil to tempt you. Switch to Moxfield right now. Architect is the devil from the Bible. My problem is if I don't give myself a budget limit, I will optimize the pile into something no one wants to play against. So Andrew, I think that is on YouTube chat. I think that is a really good motivation for you to interrogate your own enjoyment of this game. Is it that you just like genuinely like always being optimized? There's not a ton wrong with that. And if budget's the only way you can hold yourself back from doing it, fine, but most of the time, not fine. 'Cause whenever you put a budget limit on, all you've done is made a different meta of what's best. You've powered down a little bit, but you can make decks that fucking rip for like $20. You can make combo decks for $20. You can make aggro decks for $20. What happens is, if you have a budget limit, you ban mid-range. You ban like strong mid-range shit when you put a budget limit on. And that doesn't make the gameplay less powerful, it just changes what's busted. And then it becomes a game of like, okay, we are God, I'm going to butcher this, but it's almost like Plato's allegory of the cave if you lie. When you put a budget limit on, you put everybody into the cave. And if anybody from outside the cave who knows what's broken in a budget setting comes into the cave, then it's all bad again. And so one of the reasons I really, really don't like budget limits is because you're kicking the can down the road instead of like actually figuring out what power you like being at as a player, what type of archetypes you like, what type of lower power gimmicks you might enjoy. Budget is just being like, okay, well, if I strap this belt on real tight and I never ever Google what a strong budget deck looks like, then I'll be playing at lower power. Is it a problem if I don't buy expensive cards, but when I pull them, I immediately put them in decks that only vaguely synergize? So Brigham, I'm going to say this slow. I think one of the common things when you are an internet shit talker is to make everything really personal and really loud. And I want you to understand that this isn't personal and I do care for you. It is the worst possible thing you can do in this game. You are going to hell for it. It's why nobody likes you. The impulse is not incorrect. This is a game of gambling. It is a gacha game. We open the pack. We get good card. We go, God chose me. I deserve play good card. If God no choose me, why God put card in pack? That is a very natural series of events. It's a very normal thing to have happen. The issue is typically when people slot in good cards like that, they have a very hard time accurately understanding how the power level of the deck has changed. The highest tier example of this, which is, hey, bad faith alert, okay? This is going to be the bad faith example, is Rhystic Study. Me open Rhystic Study, I need card draw, me deserve Rhystic Study, even though it's probably one of the most powerful cards in the entirety of Commander. A more good faith example, because I know many people in person who have done this, is Smothering Tithe. This is a crazy good card. This is an extremely powerful card. If your deck can tutor for enchantments, this is an even better card because you theoretically have multiple copies of it, and it's almost always the best choice to tutor for. But every time I see a motherfucker open a Smothering Tithe, they will put it in their like goofy, silly haha deck because they're like, oh, mana's good, right? Like, yes, mana's good. It's also infinitely better than any of the other things you're doing. And it's fucking up the variance of what you're doing. Mauled, if I add Jessica's Will to a deck that I can ramp to cast my 7-mana commander, do I still go to hell? I mean, probably not. Is it bad that I run both of those cards in my dragon deck? I'm sorry, I need the cards. Okay. The Vine Boom was too loud. The Vine Boom was too loud, and I think I've broken some eardrums with it. Let me be very clear about one thing. You're a bad person for running the card, but you're a bad person for running every card. The only fair Magic card is the one that I'm currently playing against you. The only thing to legitimately feel bad about, or the only thing that I think you should legitimately feel bad about, the only thing to... Sorry, I read Zilla's comment and I had a fucking aneurysm. Yeah, your friend watched Snail's video. Very cool of him. The only thing I think you should legitimately feel bad about is if you are playing all of these really, really good cards and then going, no, it's fine. The deck's chill. Like, the cards aren't chill. The cards are very powerful. And so if you go, yeah, I'm playing all these good fucking cards. I need the money. I need the cards. It's a strong deck. Get fucked. Like, yeah, I'll bring my it's a strong deck, get fucked, and we'll both have a good time together trying to kick each other in the head. And so that's fine. Now, what I will come down about is if you go like, oh, this is my Tarkir theme only dragon deck, and then you play Rhystic Study. Cleo Jim Jam, thank you for the Twitch follow. Welcome to the doghouse, my friend. But yeah, there's a lot of like, there's a power level where it's totally appropriate for Rhystic Study to exist. There are power levels where it's totally appropriate for Smothering Tithe to exist. But when people go like, if we're going to use the WotC bracket system, like, things are game changers for a reason. Right? It doesn't matter how funny your primer is. It doesn't matter how many nouns you put in the theme of your deck. It doesn't matter how many fucking goofy tags you put on your cards. The card just honks. And it's gonna fuck up the vibes. But that's different from like, oh, you should feel bad about playing these cards ever. Ristic Study can win you a game no matter what the rest of your deck is. Yeah, Million Ants. Like, I have a friend who, I'm trying to rehabilitate him, but I have a friend who has a Chromat Mutate deck that they love very, very much. It's not particularly strong, and so he put Ristic Study in it. And I've played against this deck multiple times, and I still have fun playing with him as a person. But when I sit down against this deck, I don't mentally prepare myself for a Mutate deck. I mentally prepare myself for a Ristic Study deck. Is it wrong to enjoy the gameplay of Bracket 4 Greedy Deck Jail over Bracket 2-3 or CEDH? I think... I'm not going to say it's wrong. I'm going to say I cannot empathize with you at all, and I can empathize with a lot of motherfuckers. So that worries me. But I'm not going to say out of hand that you're wrong. People like what they like. I would say it's... I would say that if you really, really prefer Bracket 4 Greedy Deck Jail, you might just be in your phase of Commander development where you really, really like seeing engines come together more than you like actually playing Commander. Like, that's kind of what's tugging on my head, because a lot of Bracket 4 Greedy Jail is... I'm playing my deck. It has a very powerful do the thing button that I'm trying to slam 18 times. And I'm going to pray to God that nobody interacts with me. And those types of decks, I usually see a lot actually from newer players or newer Commander players or people who have not, who haven't had like great pods. So I would interrogate why you like that. I don't think it's wrong. Yeah, or as Azamar is saying on YouTube, if you have a very tight-knit group, then Bracket 4 makes total sense. If you have 3 people with great vibes that you play with, and you guys all love, you guys, gals, and creatures all love doing bullshit to each other, that makes perfect sense. But it's difficult to assess any of that in a vacuum. DMZ, thank you for the 100-bit cheer. The only 2 decks I run Jessica's Will in are where it directly synergizes well. I feel like a lot of the game changers tend to be boring and just get smashed in regardless of synergy. Yeah, that is very, very true. And that's why they're game changers, is because they're just good everywhere all the time. I'm weird. I'm okay with 6 to 10 free interactions and counter spells, but CEDH has too much for me. That is something I would meditate about. Again, I'm not going to say that you're wrong, but that is incongruous to me, and I think it would benefit your own play experience if you had a deeper understanding of your own enjoyment. At what point in your Commander experience do I become handsome like Mauled? You got to hit at least 40 to get a hairline like this. You got to hit at least 40. Got to wait. Okay, Dad, are you still here? Because we can finally start your roast now. We also have a random Smasher Pass from Manabites. Nope. That is a child's toy. That is a child's toy. Feel bad if you said would. No, J Dizzy, I'm 29. My hairline, however, nobody's told them. Okay, great. You're still here. Let me make sure we're caught up on random Smasher Passes. We have one from Soul Storming that I missed. Do you think some cards that are crazy good anywhere outside CEDH have no homes then? Like Blightsteel and the Tickler? I think they have homes. I think their home is Alcatraz. Their home is Bracket 4 Jail, which is, I say Bracket 4 Jail because I typically like playing lower power than that. But if you like playing high power non-CEDH, that's where they belong. They're great for that. Or honestly, I'm gonna say something a little bit crazy. I firmly believe you could put Blightsteel Colossus into a Bracket 2 deck if you had 0 ramp and 0 ways to cheat it out. If your deck was based entirely around, I hit my fucking land drop and I do something with that land drop, I think Blightsteel Colossus would be totally fucking reasonable in a Bracket 2 deck. If you get to 12 land drops, do straight up fucking whatever. Yeah. So Blightsteel Colossus definitely has a home. It's just that like nobody can resist cheating it out. No, like if you ever put the Blightsteel Colossus into the deck, everyone goes like, well, I mean, I guess Thrawn Dynamo makes a certain kind of sense, doesn't it? I mean, I'm sure that Basalt Monolith is also synergistic with what my deck is doing. But if you could get yourself to be like, hey, here's this deck. It does not land ramp. It does not artifact ramp. It does land drops, and I have enough card draw to guarantee my land drops. And then you did fucking like the game got to turn 12. You got 12 fucking land drops, none of which were Tron lands, and you hit Blightsteel? Yeah, go ahead. Alec, I don't think I did. I'm sorry. Oh, Alec, man, thank you for the 2nd month in a row with that Prime sub. Hey, boss, here's some of my monthly Bezos bucks. Is thanks for the deck help and genuinely good times. I appreciate you, Alec. Worst song, ugliest guitar. Thank you for the Twitch follow. Zeroy, please re-hit me with that rant redeem. And then Mana Bites, tell me your rant redeem, but we may put it on layaway until Dad's deck roast is done. Comic Book Joker, I never think it's appropriate to say something is Bracket 2 because it can be removed. Rant, why is Omnath Locus of Rage in a landfall deck so rage-inducing? Ah, so you've fallen to one of the classic propaganda methods, which is people trying to trick you into thinking the commander is problematic, right? They're trying to make you think, oh, it's a 5/5. Oh, it has death triggers. Oh, it making elementals is what matters. No, the only problem with Omnath Locus of Rage is the word landfall and the fact that it is within a landfall deck. Do you know what every deck is landfall? Every card in the game is landfall. Do you know what the landfall trigger is? When you play a land, you get to tap it for more fucking mana. The whole game is based around mana. That is the only thing holding us back from the debauchery of Yu-Gi-Oh! Landfall's stupid. You already got the benefit for playing a land. You don't need another. Lands are already good enough. They're already some of the strongest fucking cards in the entire game. So any hate you feel towards Omnath Locus of Rage, you feel towards landfall. It is just in a jelly bean suit. Oh, Alec, we're doing Darkest Dungeon after this, so if anybody redeems custom cards, we're going to do them during the Darkest Dungeon part. And then Zeroy, again, please repost your rant request. Oh, but anyway, Comic Book Joker, like we wouldn't go oh, I think Ristic Studies fair in bracket 2 as non-land permanent removal is becoming more common. Or if you would say that, you're just wrong as fuck. Rant about people who come to friendly casual playgroups with almost CEDH decks and get upset when they get targeted. Or hard mode of something you don't know a lot about. Rant about how Virgil is the most rat fuck bastard character to ever exist in MVC3. I mean, rants come from the heart, and so we're gonna do the commander one, because ranting about something I don't know about is like, I don't know. I hate all the slurs that guy said. Was I right? Did that? He said slurs, right? I hate how he defended OJ. Crazy Moose, thank you for the $5 super chat. As a green player, I agree. You don't need a free token to swing at me because you played backdoor reach around, secret passage. Nah, shut up and die, Moose, but thank you. Welcome to Dog Heaven. Okay. So, people coming to friendly casual playgroups with almost CEDH decks. I think this is why the entire world's population should be forced at gunpoint to watch all of my videos. That's pragmatic. That's altruistic, okay? That's not coming from a selfish spot. But the number of people I have talked to who are like on-ramping into this hobby and just have no idea how fucking good cards are is insane. And also, nobody in the world has ever managed to not carry baggage about their commander games. If we could do that instead, that would also work, but we can't do that. And what I mean by carrying baggage is if your deck hasn't worked for 5 games in a row, and on the 6th game, you play a turn 2 Ristic Study, and everybody jumps you, you will always feel as though that is deeply unfair, even though you are obviously the fucking problem. Because you're not perceiving it's the second turn of the game and I have Ristic Study. You are perceiving, my deck's bad. My deck has lost for 10 games in a row. I deserve something good to happen. What the fuck, you guys? We're chronically unable to let our decks not have the emotional baggage of their previous games. It's one of the most difficult things to do in Commander is not only the threat assessment of others, but the threat assessment of yourself, and being able to realize, because what a lot of people do is like, oh, my deck lost a game? I'll put a new card in. Oh, my deck lost a game? That means its power's too low. I'll put a new card in. Oh, my deck lost a game? I'll put a new card in. 5 losses deep, you now have a meaningfully more powerful deck depending on how big the upgrades were. And you don't feel like it. You still feel like your deck is shitty. And so you end up with these monster pile. God, I talked to a personal friend last night who was like, oh, I have this Izzet deck that isn't working. And I was like, okay, let's look at it. And it was a Mizzix deck, which is meant to do storm shenanigans. So it's meant to do this. We get 10 cards deep, and they have the Niv Mizzet Curiosity Infinite. And I was like, this is a haha casual deck, right? And they were like, yeah, it's a haha casual deck. And I was like, okay, what the fuck is my guy doing here? And they were like, what? And I was like, well, one, this has nothing to fucking do with Mizzix of the Ismagus. And second, this is way better than everything else they're doing. And they're like, oh yeah, I probably I've edited this deck so many times because it keeps losing. I probably just put this in because I knew it was a good Izzet thing. And that problem to a smaller degree infects all of us all the time. Like, everybody loves to be the one dunking on players like that when they realize, like, oh, you have a no reason infinite in here. And nobody wants to look in the mirror about the little tiny ways they've done that to all their own decks every time it didn't live up to expectations. Like, I think I edited my Henzie deck under duress because I think it went like 0 and 13 over the course of a weekend. And for the first like 6 games, I was like, nah, deck's fine. I got body dropped 6 games in a row. Whole first 6, I was like, this shit's fine. The next 4 after that, I was like, maybe I need to put in some like creature tutors or stuff to have a more toolboxy approach. The next 3 games after that, I was like, okay, deck sucks. We got to make some changes. I can't even imagine playing that much Commander. You can if you lose very quickly. Can't we also self-moderate? Like, if you're putting a card in and immediately think, yo, this is fucked up, it's probably not right for your pod. That's the thing, is new players and less experienced players in general don't have the yo, this is fucked up response. They have a like, yo, this is cool response. There's a ton of people who are in this hobby who have not yet had enough exposure to different cards to know the difference between, oh, yo, this shit is awesome, and holy fuck, this is broken. Anyway, we're doing Dad's deck roast now. We've vamped too long and too close to the sun, and now I'd like to be angry at somebody in specific instead of angry at a ton of people in the general. This is the wrong Google Sheet. Okay. Dad out for milk has sent in a silly, spooky deck titled A Fun Abuse of the First Doctor. Jay Dizzy, thank you for the 5 gifted community subs, my friend. Welcome back to Dog Heaven. I appreciate that so long. I appreciate that generosity. What the fuck am I saying? Let's exploit the elderly. Trying to blink the First Doctor to abuse searching my library and graveyard for the TARDIS using a combination of cost reducers to make it free and abusing any if-cast artifact cards. Our combos require 2 things, the TARDIS being free and a cast trigger of some sort. The fact that you put our combos require in a primer about a silly deck makes me extremely worried. I am immediately and viscerally concerned. Especially artifacts. So First Doctor, on ETB, search for the TARDIS, put it into hand. Whenever you cast a spell with Cascade, put a +1/+1 counter on. I'm imagining that doesn't matter. Oh, maybe it does. We have some Cascade here. Motherfucker. Arkham Dagson. The ZZ Top band member I had to make 2 different commander roasts about because I was so wrong about how broken he is. That Arkham Dagson, he is an old man. He better be in this deck because you are breaking his hip for a fucking laugh. I swear to God. Okay. Hold on, everyone. Okay, we can sack an artifact. Bro, silly. This deck is the Manhattan Project hosts an open mic night. You fuck ass. I'm so silly. I got up on stage and I gave a tight 10 before I dropped the bombs. We might even be banning you from Spooky. Like, immediately, Arkham Daxon, KCI, I don't know what you're up to, but I know that Oppenheimer would be disappointed. So you're out of silly. You're out of silly with malice aforethought. You may even be out of spooky. How about no? Okay, now we have a lot of interaction. This part doesn't necessarily like change whether you're spooky or silly. One thing I am going to bring up, I finally started to have some of my own ideas for once, and it was further developed by talking to like the snail elk trinket mage crowd. Doing these like EDH rec lists of, oh, I'm playing Azorius. How do I do removal? I do removal by having a bunch of hyper efficient single target removal and then board wipes. Please stop doing that. You're just scaring the hose. Like I super doubt resculpt is the most relevant thing to your experience compared to like Council's Judgment. There is and I think Elk even also made a video talking about just this phenomenon. There is a critical lack of like 3 to 5 mana blow up more than one thing. Like there is no way. I don't know what bullshit Rube Goldberg machine you are building. There is no way you can adequately protect it with one piece of single target removal in your hand. And there's probably a lot of situations where you don't want a board wipe. But there's probably a million situations, sorry, not grasp of date, because you are never fucking getting one. But there's probably a million situations where 2 to 3 people have bullshit you want to deal with. Break glass in case of emergency, sure. It happened. It happened. It's an artifact deck. Treasures are artifacts. It's on theme. You bitch. You dirty, nasty, fucking truffle sniffing piece of shit. Yeah, show me the Ristic. Show me the Ristic. Show me the One Ring. Oh, you gotta go fuck yourself. Nah, you gotta go fuck yourself instantly. My silly combo is I make infinite creatures, or this is infinite mana, right? Hold on, let me just check. Is this infinite mana? If it has to be. If we have, yeah, because we get the TARDIS out of the graveyard, we make it free. We sacrifice it with KCI. Okay, so. I also have silly decks that I like to play with my friends. My favorite silly deck to bring to my friend groups is the high energy laser with integrated optical dazzler and surveillance system, also known as the Helios super weapon. Developed by Lockheed Martin and placed on the Preble Arleigh Burke class destroyer. That's my favorite bracket 2 deck. Shit ass. Shit ass. I mean, so this is scary. And this is part of why we have this, is it's not wrong. It's not wrong that this deck exists. What's wrong is what the deck currently believes itself to be. Flickering, flicked. So does it I mean, this actually is what I think is wrong. All these 23 cards, I think, can go fuck themselves. Because how does Dubscape combo with the cat? So what happens is, you need to get other stuff on the field to make all these things free, but you play First Doctor. When First Doctor enters, you get the TARDIS, which is a 2-mana artifact. If the TARDIS is free and you have Dubscape on field, you cast the TARDIS. Because you have cast the TARDIS, Displacer Kitten will trigger. Also, because you have cast the TARDIS, you will counter that spell and make 2 1/1 birds. When you resolve the Displacer Kitten trigger, you will flicker the First Doctor, allowing you to fetch the TARDIS from your graveyard, cast it for free again. Rinse and repeat, making 2 1/1 birds each time, as many times as you want. And then you pass the turn and hope nobody can kill you before you untap with infinite birds for infinite damage. So that is how the combo works. So let's talk about cooking. Let's talk about the importance of cooking. Because what this deck has done is said, I like the flavor of the First Doctor's artifact combos. I like the methodology of the First Doctor's artifact combos. And so they found a way to convert that into winning the game. That's important. It's necessary to be able to convert the gimmicks you like into winning the game. And then they went, I don't want to play with those big, scary bracket 4 people, so I'm going to make it Flicker themed. The deck is not Flicker themed. The Flicker theme is a lie. It is trash that they have pulled over the plutonium before they send it to the dump to blow up Gotham, or however you want that metaphor to end. Regardless, all of the Flicker in this deck seems like it doesn't matter. Like, the only Flicker that matters in this deck is the combo Flicker after we get the TARDIS cheap enough to do infinitely. Because otherwise, like, what the fuck are we recasting the TARDIS for? And so I'm down with this existing as a high-powered deck. I think that's probably what it should exist as. But this is 23 unique instances of you lying to your friends about how good your deck is. The only Flicker that matters is Displacer Kitten and Eldrazi Displacer. And everything else is you straight bullshitting. Because we barely have... Yeah, we can make like a 1/1 on our end step. We can make gain 2 life scry 2. We can put a 1/1 counter on Soul Herder, but I firmly believe the deck does a whole lot of nothing unless it's comboing. And that doesn't mean you shouldn't. Well, that means you either should not combo, or we got to double down on being the villain. Because you could probably make this an Azorius combo deck that combos off in a somewhat unexpected way. Like, maybe your outlets are well known to people, but this is not a method of getting there that I've typically seen. He was here, and then we got into it, and now I don't know if he's just being silent or if he like went to shit right as we jumped into the deck. But I don't think there is any defending this one. Like, this is the heart of the Full Metal Alchemist Chimera decks. I may have accidentally clicked silly. Did you also accidentally? I mean, that's also not true. This is wrong. You're no matter what you designated this, you're wrong, and I'm mad at you. Because this part is silly. These 23 cards are downright goofy. You should be saying these should be tagged Garsh. And then this part is sort of like weak scary because it's a combo. The combo 2 is much better than combo 1. Combo 1, you have to pass the turn, you don't win on resolution. Combo 2, you win on resolution, but obviously it requires more pieces, and you need dog. Why are we playing around? What if we just did it in one? What if we got all these fucking... Okay, I like Council to Absolute. That's really clever. Talk to me. Talk to me. We have amnesty programs. We got a 12-step program into building a deck that makes a goddamn lick of sense. So I will do you the dishonor of playtesting this active car crash and seeing how it does. Oh, good. Hey, we got interaction, gang. Don't let anybody tell them we didn't bring interaction. This doesn't tap for mana because we don't have an island or a plains. Or it doesn't tap for colored mana. Great. Damn, I'm glad I got this slip on the ring. I'm glad I got this slip on the ring. There we go. I'm not even going to hold you to maximum hand size. I get the TARDIS. It would feel like bullying if I held you to maximum hand size. Okay. So now let's investigate problem 1. I have a Wrath of God that I probably have to use here. It's turn 6. All I've done is put Grandpa on the porch and told him good luck. We could do this to get some Thopters instead. We could do this, and we get the TARDIS out, and it gets us 1 Thopter. We go to our next turn. We notably have 1, 2, 3 flicker spells that can do 0 to advance our game plan, and the only thing they can be used for is to protect a commander who, frankly, we don't give a shit about him living or dying, I don't think. We do have a Grandpa who is competent. And yet, flickering him also does nothing. Now we do have a little like cute thing that can go on with efficient construction and the Thopters, where if Arkham Dagson survives, which he probably wouldn't, but we'll pretend that you had a 1 mana flicker spell, you could sacrifice the Thopter to get anything. That's good. That's really good. That's awesome even. So we begin assembling the bullshit. We get Krark Clan Ironworks. We get Flicker of Fate. We mostly hang out. Now we could sack the TARDIS for TARDIS mana, Flicker of Fate this guy, get a Thopter, Arkham Dagson. That gets us another piece of we can't. I don't think we can tutor Walking Ballista to field because it will die as a state-based action. Can we get this to hand? I hate you a little bit. I hate you a little bit. So what we've seen out of this playtest is a deck that is somewhat capable of going, oh, hold on everybody, it's about to get pretty funny. And then the pretty funny is you win once thing happens. Once thing happens, I win on the spot. We lack meaningful interaction because all of the things that we could have drawn as interaction are instead fake theme cards that actually mean very little in the context of what our deck is doing. Our real interaction is just a board wipe that we probably don't want to do if we have Arkham Dagson. Like, even what's going on, Boo Boo? What are we doing here? Like, if we had a million more ETB triggers, I'm sure we could get a Flicker deck going, but at that point, we need a reason to not be doing Brago. It seems like the reason this deck was built is because you realized you can do an artifact combo with the TARDIS, and that is chill and cool. What the fuck happened? Like, you got beaten up by a word cloud. An EDH rec theme mugged you in an alleyway and shoved its wallet into the pockets of this deck. Hold on. Damn, nobody likes this guy. Nobody fucking likes this guy. Neon Python, thank you for the Prime sub, my friend. Welcome to the dog home. I appreciate that generosity. So what I would do is I think your Flicker behavior is bullshit. I think you have a high power Azorius artifact deck that you want to do in a slightly different way. I think that's very real. I think that's very cool. To support that, almost all of these should be artifacts. Like, it should be an artifact deck that hums, and then its primary outlet is First Doctor, Infinite TARDISes. Like, if you want to, like, let's talk about being funny. Because I think that a key aspect of this deck is comedic, or at least I hope, based on the fact that you said lay combo, this type of early 2010s 4chan speaks to me that you're probably at least trying to be a little bit goofy, if not silly. And when we're trying to be comedic, there's two different core kinds of comedy you can do. You can do vulnerable comedy, or you can do condescending comedy. A really good example of condescending comedy, which is what this deck should be doing, is Anthony Jeselnik. This dude is a dickhead. Like, on purpose. All of his punchlines are him being like, I'm evil, my life's cooler than yours, I have more money than you, I'm more put together than you, versus something like John Mulaney. A lot of John Mulaney's comedy is like, look how relatable I am. I'm a pretty nervous white guy. Both very funny. Both with very, very different energies. And you are trying to pack John Mulaney energy into the fucking Manhattan Project, which is not how we want to be going about it. What we want is Anthony Jeselnik energy. And the way you bring Anthony Jeselnik energy to this is you beat the bracket 4 Eldrazi player with a grandpa racking up overseas phone bills. Like, that's funny. You beat fucking Joe Johnson. You beat, like, the Toxrill player with, oh, my grandpa got lost trying to make a long distance call. You owe me $10,000 and your life. That is funny. But to execute that requires you embracing the inherent power of the combo. It is a weaker combo as combos. Hi, baby.
Hi. I can't. Is that the GGI mic?
Yeah.
Do you know where
The
connector is? Is it charged?
should be. They were both charged last time I used them.
Hell yeah. Thank you. Oh, nope, that's very low. Okay. I charge.
Okay. Chat says hi.
Hello.
Okay. So anyway, from the wreckages of this failed genetics project, I think we can salvage a deck that is pretty funny and pretty functional. I think it involves cutting basically all the flicker, because your commander is literally just here as an outlet. So this might actually be the first time I'm going to recommend, motherfucker, put in Rhystic Study. Just make this a strong deck. That's what you're trying to do. You're trying to build a high power deck, and right now we're trying to like hide it behind cutesy flicker stuff. And we shouldn't be. We should just be accepting that this is a very, very good deck, and we're utilizing the First Doctor as an outlet for an otherwise very powerful game plan, and then we can support it with just good artifact game plans. Like, you can do Fabricate. I think like Whir of Invention is another one. Austin, I was a chemical engineer before this. Yeah, good counter magic. Shit like crazy good removal, like Council's Judgment. Why no companion? I presume that this person's head would have exploded trying to fit anything else into the First Doctor TARDIS combo. And then, yeah, we also have like Trophy Mage and stuff. Like, there's a million things we can do to soup this deck up to be a better artifact deck. I think this deck is chasing uniqueness too much. You have come up with a cute little twist on a well-established thing, the bullshit artifact, the laser death ray, and you want it to be much cuter than it is. It can't be. Hey, some kids are just ugly. I know you love your kid very much. Your kid is still ugly, but you've put a cute little bow on them. And so other good calls, if we end up going into artifacts, esoteric. Oh, no. Shut the fuck up about this. You could do Sarah Jane to help fill out card draw, but I think for the most part, what we need to do is get better artifact synergies in here, get better card draw in here, get a better support system in here to make the First Doctor combo more reliable. Because right now we have so much flicker for so much nothing. Because if we lean the other way and we're like, oh, let's power this down, let's turn this into a flicker deck, then bro is lost, okay? Ben Franklin up here, somebody find him his fucking kite and take him home. He has nothing to do with a flicker deck other than he also says enter the battlefield on him. Like, what he does have to do with is this TARDIS combo you're trying to achieve. So I would highly recommend you double down on that. And this is... This is Chaotic Mechanic. This deck is just straight up like we've almost split it half and half. What if this was a Flicker deck? And what if this was an artifact combo deck? Bander, good luck with your arena draft. And like we have the highly generic stuff to support it. We have not very many lands, but our commander's only 3. But there's so much like generic Azorius artifact stuff you can pack in here, and then you just have it be a strong deck. It's okay to have strong decks. It's good. It's good to have strong decks, but you can't bullshit me. And this is hot bullshit, Dad. This is hot bullshit. You left to go get milk, and you came back with a big flaming pile of old man crap, and I won't stand for it. But we can make you better, because like I kind of like the combo for high power. Like there are so many people who I would pay like a solid $5 to see them lose to this combo. That's cool. Let's commit to that. Like it's chill. Scary's good. Scary is good. Oh yeah, and if we want to have other really good high power flicker payoffs, Glen Elendra's a really good one. Bunch of non-creature spell countering, and now that we have persist, this is where like flickering this is heat, because you get rid of the -1/-1 counter, and then you can keep sacrificing them to keep counterspelling. Speaking of sacrificing, Katozumi, thank you for sacrificing United States dollars to gift 5 tier 1 Twitch subs, my friend. Welcome to Dog Heaven. I appreciate that generosity so much. We're going to strike the Charming Prince recommendation from the record because we're trying to make this like a really, like, real strong deck. That is what I think you should do. But, Dad, I appreciate your submission regardless, and I do like the idea. I like the premise, but I think in trying to keep it fair, we've fucked it up a bit. So I would fuck it up with tutors. I would fuck it up with more artifact synergies. I would fuck it up with Semblance Anvil above all else, because Semblance Anvil is just a 1-card coupon to handle this. And then I would just play it as like a good, strong, not quite CEDH deck. All right, so now we need to hit a manual ad break, and then we will be moving in to the darkest dungeon part of today. So we will be doing Helios's rant, we will be doing Disgruntled's personal question, we will be doing custom card reviews. So let me change all that over, and then I will be using the bathroom for a moment. And Austin, thank you for gifting a Maldhound membership on YouTube. Welcome to Dog Heaven, my friend. Mira la la la, thank you for coming by the stream, my friend. Oh, we got a Smasher pass as well. Smash. Instantly. Show me those eggs. Bring them out. Okay, so we have this. Let me do that. And then Jamps, we have a personal question for you as well. How would you compare the work you did for chemical engineering versus streaming? I'm going to go think about that while I shit, if that's not half the answer itself, but I'll be right back. Alright, bitches, we back. On a scale of 1 to 10, name a fruit. 7. Spaceboy Brownie, thank you for the Twitch follow. Welcome to the doghouse, my friend. Okay, so I left my suit jacket. It's business time. We can't be leaving the suit jacket. All right, let's get to fucking business. Personal question. Forget can Niv Mizzet get it. We know he can get it. Everyone knows he can get it. How many rounds are you going with him? As long as he will abide my presence. All right? It's all love. As long as he will let me be by his side. Exotic Show. Yeah, hit the personal question. And then we have, I think there was a, Helios, what was your rant if you were still around? What's up, Madra? Okay, so where are we at today in the Darkest Dungeon run? We have the Vizier's ready for action. The Vizier's ready for action. But nobody else can fucking play with them. So we have to get other people to level 3. So Helios's rant is rant about how counterspells are healthy. And then Exotic Show's personal question is what prepared me for my transition at my job. Okay. Madra, I'm not sure what that is. So counterspells being good and based. This is the same deal I will give to everybody else. I will admit counterspells are bullshit as soon as you admit that enter the battlefield effects are bullshit. I would be fine bringing a deck that only ever had creature or permanent removal, even if you were playing creatures with haste, if we got rid of the Craterhoof bullshit. If we got rid of the things that said, oh, because we all perceived this man on a playmat, I get to draw 10 and fuck your mom. I am tired of it. Everybody just wants to play with their fucking Legos and get paid for it. Counterspells are there to stand in the way of people winning the game without ever interacting with the fucking board state. That is who they stop. That is who they stop. Okay, so personal question. Thinking about a career change because of my mental health at my current job, what prepared you for your transition? I struggle to think of any one thing that prepared me to do this job. I have been a lifelong slacker and overachiever. From birth, sliding out of the canal, I have been very, very good at getting shit done when I am left entirely to my own devices, and I've been quite bad at listening to instructions for a prolonged period of time. Like, I'm always little things are always falling through the cracks. And so when the triage of what has been important is left up to a boss, that's typically been unproductive for me. When the triage is left up to me, there's a lot of stuff I mess up, but I'm actively improving as I continue iterating on my own internal processes. And so the number one thing that's going to prepare you for a career change like this is have enough money. Like when I was getting advice from Prof, because I told him that I wanted to go full time a long time before I was able to go full time. Prof's first and loudest piece of advice was do not leave your job for less money than you currently make, because there are additional tax burdens on content creators. Your income is very, very variable, both because of changes in the algorithm, changes in external trends, changes in just how funny people find your butt jokes. You are much more exposed to financial hardship when you work for yourself versus when you are paid a salary by somebody else. And so making a shift for your mental health is great, but money buys happiness. It really does. Money doesn't buy fulfillment, which is why you still have a bunch of rich, evil, hollow motherfuckers, because they are unfulfilled and they are trying to fake fulfillment by just consuming and owning and enforcing power over more and more and more of the world. But money 100% buys fucking happiness. And so if you're going to make a change for your mental health that is going to leave you broke, being broke is explicitly and identifiably bad for your mental and physical health. It shortens your life expectancy. It lowers your quality of life. It lowers your quality of sleep. It lowers the amount of time you have to socialize with your friend, which also has impacts on your life expectancy, sleep quality, and overall happiness. I can't remember whose punchline this is, but there's a stand-up comedian who was like, I've never seen a motherfucker frowning on a sea-doo. And it really is true. And so if you're going to switch, oh, it's Tosh. Okay. If you're going to switch, make sure that you're still going to be able to live your life. You don't need to be rich. You can even like downgrade in amount of money you're making, but I wouldn't do it by an order of magnitude. Like if you have, the reason I was a chemical engineer is because they have very, very shitty work-life balances and they can get paid like 200 grand pretty quickly. Like you can work up to a 200K a year position in chemical engineering off of like a couple years of really hard ladder grinding. And that's why I was a chemical engineer. I was like, I'm not going to like my job, but if I'm going to job, I'm going to get fucking compensated for it, and then I'll retire early. Whereas this job is just sick as fuck. And so for the transition to working for myself, like I had already been, I like doing stuff, for lack of a more poetic phrase. You gotta like doing stuff. If you don't have a thing you legit, like you wake up wanting to do, transitioning to working for yourself, it's not gonna work out. It just won't. For sure, Exotic. I hope any of that was helpful in any way. Try Zora. Thank you for the Prime sub, my friend. I appreciate those Jeffrey dollars. So then Jay Dizzy, engineering work versus here. Oh God. Hi Mauled. Any tips for using the rowing machine? I'm planning a session tonight. So first,
just row and pull in the handle, just lean back and reverse your knees position. Whatever speed or resistance feels right for you.
block this YouTube channel. That is some of the worst. No, do not just row. No, you motherfuckers do this. No. Fucking ban. This is like. So Vine boom these motherfuckers. Let me find
Hi everyone, Eric Murray here, bringing you an essential. Okay, so as I said before, the basic functions of the rowing stroke.
You're gonna watch
We
this
want to get our
video
hands away,
with
okay?
this
We want
out
to
of
get them
shape
out
balding
over the
man.
body. We want to
You want to
have
know why you're
soft
gonna do it?
knees,
He's one of
so
the
then we
best
can
rowers
just
to ever
roll
set foot
forward
on
into the
planet
front.
Earth.
And when we're
He is
here,
one of the only
this is
people
where we get
to
to a
ever
position where
go
we can push
undefeated for any
and
stretch of
swing
time in a discipline, and
through
he
the
went
stroke,
undefeated
okay?
for 69 straight victories. He
That's
holds multiple
about
world
the
records.
simplest
He holds multiple
explanation.
Olympic gold medals. You're gonna go watch this fucking video, and you're gonna do whatever he says. That's how you do it. This guy fucks. His name is Eric Murray. If you need any advice for what you should be doing on a rowing machine, I would do what Eric Murray tells you to do. I'm not even going to give you my own advice. I'm just going to say, listen to Eric fucking Murray. He's much better than I ever was. And he actually like made a big effort to do tutorials. See, I got a degree in physics because I can do math, but I realized I just love helping people, which is why I'm a special education teacher, because it makes me feel like I'm helping the people that need the most help, which makes me happier. See, that's very nice. That's wholesome as fuck. We need people like you. Couldn't be me. Buy my shit. Couldn't be me. Code MAULD for 10% off at GamerSups. Y'all want to talk about butts now? That's what I'm about. Maul, do you study comedy like stand-up and stuff to be funnier? Yes. I haven't done it. I haven't done it since beginning to make content, but I used to watch stand-up obsessively to try to learn how to socialize with my friends, which did not work for socializing with my friends, but did work out very well for making yelly videos on the internet. Mauled, what if I need to buy cards for cheap? What then? Well then, Eris, you can use code MAULD at Cool Stuff Inc. for 5% off Magic the Gathering. Alright, let me make sure I have this. I have this set correctly. Oh, Bread, we've swapped over to Darkest Dungeon. How many buttons does your soundboard have? I have... So I have an Elgato Stream Deck. It has 6 buttons. There is tight zoom. There's Vine Boom. There's free bottom surgery. There's You Alright. And there is one redeem that is specifically for when my friend Offbeat and I are playing League together. This is that one.
Stand back, kitten. I just turned my swag on and things might get a little crazy.
The mute beeps button is on the keyboard. The mute beeps button has to be much closer than the Stream Deck. Are there openings at the Mauled Meat Grinder Company I can apply for? Let's see. We have a leper to bring in. I think we have to bring in the Vestal because somebody else got deleted. Oh yeah, Moth Girl 2. Yeah, Moth Girl 2 got blown to shit. We'll give Mistora a chance. Yeah, they had a fucking heart attack. Turfs at it again. Blue Jay, you're already in as an occultist. Who else did we... Oh, we pulled in another leper. We'll bring in comic book Joker because I don't think they've been named yet. Oh, you want to get sent out? Yeah, we can do that. We have to try to get the level 2s are in de-stress, so we're gonna do a level 1 mission. We'll do Duke and Scamp. We will do. God, Blue Jay. I guess we'll fucking try it, man. And then Mistora, we will have you heal bot. Yeah, you're just gonna heal bot. I don't know if Seedry's still out here. I don't see them. Then we'll let D-Man take his turn. Killing this Sonorous Prophet is probably not going to go great for us. I think we just want to hit a quick little shorty. Hit a quick little short stack mission. I'll buy some torches. We're sort of all, so we're not in tryouts today. This is all like A team, B team, C team stuff. Because we need, we need the Vizier to be able to fucking play again. Yeah, we're going to try to actually progress today. Katazumi, thank you for the Prime sub for the 2nd month in a row. I appreciate those Bezos bucks very, very much. Okay, we should be unmuted now. Well, Shade, if people die, they'll still be... I think, like... I really appreciate your vote of confidence that you think me leveling people up means that nobody's going to die. We, in fact, have to level people up because we lost most of our A-team. So we're probably not going to have, like... We're not going to be just doing like 30 new recruits, but like Mistora's already halfway dead. I think goal today is get a new A-team to fight the Sonorous Prophet. So what that means is we need 3 other people to level 3 at least, or at least some level 2s to rock with Troper. Not Troper, the Vizier. Yeah, see, like, Mistora's already fucking dead. We're gonna have a new Vestal any moment. What happened to the last A-team? We fought a Shambler, and they killed the Shambler. We killed the Shambler, but we didn't kill its tentacles. Kill this guy. Thank you.
Surges as the enemy crumbles.
Okay, type shit.
Cleansed from our lands.
Oh yeah, H-Squid, if you redeemed a custom card, if you're not in our Discord already, please join the Discord. And then if you are in the Discord, please navigate to the Dear Mauled section and post the custom card in there. I looked away for 1 fucking second and this dumbass Vestal is even closer to the grave. Tiamat, hit me with that personal question. Okay, solid stab. Yeah, Vestal is just... the Vestal is just getting goddamn bodied. Thank God. Never mind. Duke, what the fuck, man?
Not be left unanswered.
The dog's more important than the Vestal is. Are we allowed to submit custom cards for Yu-Gi-Oh? I don't know how familiar with it you are. You can. I know very, very little about what is reasonable in Yu-Gi-Oh.
Maintain the
I have
offensive.
not read the Red Rising series. Marcy, a genie hint is the hint just has to be in the form of a metaphor or riddle. Please do not give me extremely normal advice in rhyme scheme. Rant Redeem. Rant about your favorite amendment to the Constitution. Bonus points if it's not the Third Amendment. So my favorite constitutional amendment is the ones we actually fucking observe, which you don't do if your name is Donald Trump, Dickhead Vance, or anybody else in the current fucking administration. I swear to God, it's like these losers have a bingo list of laws they can break and terrible, terrible precedents they can set that they try to check off to see who jerks all the others off in the bathtub later that night. Hey, Malt from X Custom Card. I'll let you have some influence on what I pick. Pick an aesthetic theme for the alchemy, death game, or science. Death game.
The will to fight falters.
I really need to be doing like twice as much damage as he's doing. Or I guess Scamp is the dog. Mega Boo, thank you for the Twitch follow. Welcome to the doghouse, my friend. And thank you for that Prime sub. I appreciate those Bezos bucks and that generosity.
A singular strike.
There's sick dogs in this game. I mean, there's fucking, oh my God, ones across the board, bunch of bullshit.
A dizzying blow to body and brain. As life ebbs, terrible vistas of emptiness reveal
I guess
themselves.
mass heal again. I mean, Mistora's just gonna be fucking dead before the end of this dungeon. I guess we'll pull you up. Yeah, that seems fine.
And now the true
Dog.
test.
I need you to
Or
do better.
expire.
I need.
Decimated.
We're back to the Vestal curse, man.
The slow
We're
death.
back to the Vestal curse of just like Vestals should be a decent heal bot, and my 24. See, thank you for showing us what good characters do, D-man.
These nightmarish creatures
It's a
can
lot.
be felt.
We're not
They
even
can be
bandaging you.
beaten.
Fucking suck it up. No, we're illiterate.
More dust,
Crazy.
More ashes.
Crazy, Mistora. You fucking. God damn it. That's fine. We have another healer. What is this? It's a skirmish. We have to get through 4 more fights. I don't know about all that. Like, we can at least get some loot before we are forced into running from the dungeon. Okay, we got a surprise round off. That's pretty dope. What if I kill that guy? God damn it, D-man. Joker, none of these are you. You are not in the... You've not been deployed on the current mission. Oh, I forgot to do a prediction. How do you know if there are 4 more fights? I've been running through the dungeons without knowing. So you have a chance to get something called scouting when you go into each room, which will reveal future parts of the map. So these little like cross swords, that's a battle. This says room battle, this says room battle. And then I see that there's no more battles over here, or at least allegedly no more battles. Okay, solid occultist heal. Alright, the gunslinger's dead. D-Man's taking a fuckload of damage.
Great is the weapon that cuts on its own.
This whole team is just gonna fucking die. Never mind, D-Man's the GOAT. That's my fault. I'm sorry, D-Man. I didn't recognize your game. That's on me. I didn't realize it was all love now. I'm sorry about that one. Kill that guy. Thank you.
As the fiend falls,
Thank you.
a faint hope blossoms.
Was everybody fucking bleeding all the time?
The light, the promise of safety.
Okay, we get a surprise round. That seems deal-withable. Kill that guy. Thank you, D-Man. Jarzy, thank you for the tier 1 Twitch sub at our moment of triumph. Welcome to the dog home. How about you get up in front, big boy? Kill that guy? God. Duke. Duke, you fuck ass. All right. All right. They clutched up. They clutched up.
Annihilated.
Holy shit. Holy shit, D-Man is my personal fucking hero. Alright, alright. I understand. I understand the occultist now. Good class. Good class. Fair class.
Back to the pit. A trifling victory. But a
I feel like the
victory
occultist is the right pick for that. I don't know if the classes interact differently with stuff, but I feel like I'm smarter, and that was correct because I'm such a smart boy. I think we pull you up front. Okay, D-Man, you know the fucking routine. Kill that guy. You fucking failure. You fucking failure. Oh, I forgot to move the game over. Nope, not Darkest Dungeon 2. Darkest Dungeon 1. There we go.
Continue the onslaught. Destroy them all.
Crit?
A momentary abatement.
Maul, if you got your mod's dental, you wouldn't have to worry about this. I don't have to worry about getting my mod dental because his character already fucking died. D-Man, please kill that guy. Thank you, D-Man. Knew I could rely on you. Knew I could It's fucking over. It's fucking over. Blue Jay, please. Please crit. We're back. We're fucking back. Never mind, Duke. You are this fucking close to fired. I swear to God. Also, why the fuck is D-Man so stressed out? Bro's just been like walking through a well-lit area, cutting everybody he sees in half. That's not great. Herm. Okay, solid Blue Jay heal. And we got a fucking resist. Kill that guy. Jesus Christ, D-man. I mean, healing only does so much. I think we got to start crashing bodies out. I feel like we're not gonna be able to complete this mission because there's like no way we finish another fight with everybody this low. Oh, yep, that's gonna be a hard no.
Remind yourself.
Yeah, like we're just gonna get packed up by whatever this other boss fight is. Okay, yeah, fuck this.
Wounds to be tended, lessons to be learned.
Okay, 7,000's not bad. What traits did we get? That's actually all fine. I don't think I care about lygophobia because I'm torch maxing.
Let each help the other, and in so doing.
Ooh, level restrictions removed. So I think that means we can put Vizier in with the Lobies. Alright, who wants to be our next Vestal? We wanna have a heal bot in the party. But it can't be Mistora, because they fucking choked. We're gonna put a girthy Poro in.
In time,
I don't give a fuck about what's happening here.
Tragic extent of my failings.
We could increase our roster, but I think a roster of 20 is more than big enough. I don't think we need rank 4 yet. Yeah, I don't think we need rank 4, but we do need to, I think,
Some
cost
may
produce
fall,
training people.
but their knowledge lives on.
Let's look. Vizier, are you up? You're up. Moose is up. We have no other fucking level 2s to do this with you. Ooh. That's a pretty good Helion darkness thing. The man-at-arms thing is also pretty cool. But I think... How are you doing today, boss? Are you feeling better? Are you sleeping like a log? We're on the road to better. We're not quite all the way better yet, but we're getting there. So I think what we do for this week is we take the Vizier. And I think we need to get the Vizier Noxious Blast. Is Elikman's skills upgraded? Now they are. Now they are. Now they are. Flash powders, very whatever. The Moose all the way up. Okay. Great. So now, who gets to be the fourth? What is it about sports jackets that you like so much? It's really just part of like taking unserious things overly serious, which is an energy I think works for both the deck roasts and for the Darkest Dungeon stuff. Oh, D-Man, you dog, what the fuck is... No, I'm killing your love interest. Get the fuck out of here. Your girlfriend's breaking up with you. So we need a position 2 character that's gonna fight with the Prophet for us. There is no fucking chance it's gonna be Duke and Scamp. So we could have an Arbalest, but none of the Arbalests want to be up that far. We could have Gorilla, but Gorilla is a straight up level 0. We could also do... We could double Crusade on them. Or we can do our Highwayman. Yeah, I think we try Orion in second position. So this is medium length, so we need to have a ton of fucking food. I'm gonna get shovels too. Yeah. We are fucking this guy up. Oh, I forgot to change the... Ugh. I keep forgetting to change the fucking stream names after I switch. Oh yeah, YouTube's the same. Okay, that's updated now. So let me run a prediction for how this A-team mission is gonna go. Well, we'll say the A- team. The options are we succeed, they wipe, or we have to retreat and I fire somebody. We're at least going to make a shitload of money because we have Elikman here. We have the Vizier, who has carried us through many negative situations before. We have Moose, who's been pretty clutch, and then we have the Highwayman as well. So I have a pretty good feeling about it.
I would soon unleash doom upon the world.
I just do not want to see a fucking Shambler.
The echoes of his mindless tittering reverberate maddeningly.
Oh, but first, let's do H. Squid's card before we wait any longer on that. Canopy Culling, a 2-mana enchantment. You may cast creature spells as though they had flash. At the beginning of your end step, you may shuffle a creature you control into its owner's library. If you do, draw a card, then untap up to 2 lands. This seems... I don't think this is turbo. Oh, right. We can't see the card because I do a different overlay for Darkest Dungeon. Anyway. I don't know if this is like... This doesn't look like combo food, but this does look corny. I'm not worried about this in mono green, but I don't want to let the Bant players in the same zip code as this ability. Putting it on your end step is a halfway decent restriction, but I feel like it's just too cheap for how good this is into any sort of landfall token generation. Landfall token generation, card draw token generation, mana-based token generation. Like, this is just crazy fuel for green Simic Bant value vomit shenanigans. So I don't really like it. I think that it is not... Yeah, if you put non-token creature, that would help it a lot. I think you put non-token on, and I think it probably has to cost 1 more mana too. Because putting the 2 mana is fucked up and nasty. That effect for 2 mana is fucked up and crazy. But that effect for 3 or 4 mana, and it's only non-token, then I start to believe in it. What the fuck do you mean no instant boss fight? This game sucks, dude. Alec, man, how did you get diseased from a book? I will have Moose do this. Because I think this is, yeah, like a big damage buff.
The way is lit. The path is clear.
For the record, it was designed for a standard-like environment, which is weaker than current standard, and it was perfectly fine there, along with every turn token generation. Well, yeah, I mean, if you're designing it for 60 card versus Commander, that's much, much different. So I would say 2 good for Commander, probably fine for 1v1, because 1v1 is doing, like, way, way stronger shit to begin with. A-Team is illiterate, but I wanted to see Elikman suffer a little bit. I figured if anybody could handle it, it would have been the Antiquarian. And I was wrong, and that's on me.
As the fiend falls,
Think on this riddle, fight the good fight. Far, then down, then to the right. Stop saying nonsense. 30 seconds!
with impunity.
Jesus fuck, okay. I think we're gonna be okay. Girthy Poro, the team has a very, very small amount of healing from the Vizier. And then the Crusader can self-heal. Crisp, no, I have 0 knowledge on the Prophet fight.
Press this advantage. Give them no quarter.
Okay, bro's just hitting for 20. That's fine, I guess. That's fine and normal. Holy shit. Fuck, these guys get poisoned on. Fuck you, get poisoned on even more. Fuck you, die? Yes. Get obliterated on? I don't know. Die? I think that guy is dead now. Yeah,
Great
Jesus
is the
Christ,
weapon that
poison
cuts
strong.
on its own.
Okay, Elikman finally taking less than 10 damage in one fell swoop. I love that. Yeah, I think we just finish you off with poison. Yeah, good night.
A death by inches.
Okay, Orion. How about we show you how it actually gets
Back
done?
to the pit.
Wait, it's unlocked. I don't have... No, I didn't loot with the... I forgot to loot with Elikman, so I don't get fucking money. Bullshit game, man. Bullshit game, no fair. Another for later. You are mighty wise, my boss, but what's worth more, coin or splinter of true cross? I mean, that's, I don't know, magical artifact or money? Probably the artifact. Okay, you gotta be good at this shit, right? Yeah, you're not.
Mechanical hazards possessed by evil intent.
It's gonna be a hard road for Orion to not get fired at the end of this. I'll tell you all that for free. It's going to be a difficult road for, even if we succeed, for me to not fucking fire Orion after that performance. Bro got pity trapped.
Even the cold stone seems bent on preventing passage. A handsome reward.
Oh shit, there was a
for
secret
a
door.
task
God
well
damn it.
performed.
Well, we'll go back for that after we win. You and I scout, bro. Okay, redemption arc, potentially. You fuck.
Ambushed by foul invention.
That's not even on me at this point. Back to back 10% failure chances and you hit both, you just don't want to win. He's just trying to die. Okay. I went and I prayed to Jesus and he cured my night blindness. What a fucking game. The 1% our greatest foe. So true. So true. No, I didn't get my torch off in time. Yeah, what if I just poisoned you hella? What if I just like poisoned the fuck out of you? See, Moose knows how to take a hit. Thank you, die. Don't take your turn. Get fucked.
The slow death. Unforeseen. Unforgiving.
Okay, now, alright, now he's trying to live. Now just enough bad things have happened that he's gonna give life a chance. Okay, cut that man up, good job.
Slowly. Gently.
Okay,
This is
Moose,
how a
kill that
life
guy.
is taken.
Thank you, Moose.
A trifling victory. But a victory nonetheless.
I think the citrines can get fucked.
If only treasure could staunch the flow.
I'm on
of
81. I know you have a battle in
otherworldly
here. I know I have a ton of torches. I would rather just... I need every advantage I can get to have Orion not fucking fall over dead by the time we get halfway to the boss. I'm gonna continue managing stress. If Orion dies, Orion dies. You fuck. Kill this guy? Thank you, Moose. Thank you, Moose. See how Moose is stress-free? Because he's a fucking closer? Because Moose knows what the fuck is happening in this company. Moose hits his goddamn sales goals. Just die. Just die, bro. I don't even... What's up, Paragon? Yeah. Hey. It's been real. It's been good. It hasn't been really good. I guess we're three-manning this shit. I guess we're just gonna three-man this. It's going really well. How's your day going?
Continue the onslaught. Destroy them all.
Crisp, they focus him because they know that he's the weak fucking link. We're gonna heal. We're gonna heal Alec. Oh wait, they'll call reinforcements. They hit us with that
Another
before.
one falls. These nightmarish creatures can be felled. They can be beaten.
I keep forgetting that I have to click the loot button with the antiquarian, and it is not sufficient to have the antiquarian in my party.
The match is struck. A blazing star is born.
I keep thinking I just need to have them in the group. Okay, so we have, God, 4 more battles to get through.
A fortune waiting to be spent.
You may have 1 piece of food, so that you stop whining.
Packs laden with loot are often low on supplies.
Okay, we got the surprise round. Moose will just fucking kill a guy, so that'll be pretty cool. Fine. 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 We want to be failures, we can be failures. I won't force you. Okay? I'm not gonna force you to make your own life better.
Confidence surges
You guys want to be down there in the dirt? You never want to see the bright, sweet light of the A-team that DMC gets to see on a daily basis? That's fine. That's your decision. Marcy, we've met the collector. Goodbye, Orion. Not gonna miss you. We've met the collector. We had to run because the party at that time did not have backline access, and so it was just like we mathematically could not interact with the collector because it just made a guy, and we couldn't get them back up in front.
Maintain the offensive.
Chris, this can still be a success. I don't think the mission's necessarily cooked yet because the rest of the party is so good. It's just that we've lost the dead weight. Now, was his damage hyper necessary? Maybe. Are we in a huge amount of trouble because we don't have him in the party? Potentially.
Another abomination.
Don't worry about that shit. Solid move resist, that's why you're the GOAT. Are you gonna, you're really not gonna die to this. Okay, you'll die to this guy, and then Moose will just kill you. So Plague Grenade can't be done from the back.
This expedition at least promises success.
Honestly, the downside of losing Orion is that we can't get, like, if the Antiquarian and the Vizier would just stand further back, we would be fine without Orion. Oh, chill. But because Orion's dead... What's your opinion on deck power arms races in an LGS? I think that most commander players should just make it a point to learn and play a couple rounds of competitive EDH. I think bit by bit power races are like crab pot boiling and suck. I think if your community or if your LGS is just like interested in high power, you should very declaratively go, this is high power night. Everybody bring bullshit. We're just gonna try high power. And then the week after that be like, we're gonna try low dipshit power. Bring your shittiest no good deck ever. That's what we're doing on purpose. I think trying to worry about constantly tinkering with your deck to try to make it better at winning is a recipe for very, very low fulfillment. 1250. Well,
push on to the task's end.
I guess maybe I don't need band-aids. I should have just had
wealth beyond measure. awarded to the brave and the foolhardy alike.
We're gonna go full light, honestly. Okay, this shouldn't be too bad, especially if Vizier gets to rock. I'll give this guy less blight. Then we'll just hit him with the Forsaken tech. Moose, kill that guy. You fucking... He's coasting. He's coasting, guys. He's getting a little bit too comfortable, I think. That's not the fucking best. So you're gonna die, you're not gonna die. So you're gonna have to, now you're gonna die. Now you're gonna die. And now Moose will cut that other guy in half. God, Blight is so fucked up and good in this game.
Be wary. Triumphant pride precipitates a dizzying.
No! I forgot the fucking antiquarian again. Blight is just a poison effect. Okay, so we can get... I think we can get through at least one more battle. I don't know if I'm going to hard commit to doing the Prophet, in part because I have no idea what they do. But I do have a little bit of faith that if I get a camp off, then if I got this team to full health, I legitimately think they might be able to do it. I think it would be tough, but I think it's possible for them to handle it. You said ditching counts for white voters. No, Jummy. There was an option that said retreat and firing. There was an option specifically for we had to retreat. So we could still wipe, because I could like go in and then the last boss fight we did was super easy, and so I still don't know if there's any like you can't run. Like, we've failed to retreat before. So there's a very real world where we get into the boss fight, or like we get to full health, I go, this is definitely worth sticking around to try to fight out. It starts to go bad, and then our retreats fail, and then we just get killed.
Purpose is made clear. Glittering gold, trinkets and baubles, paid for in blood. In radiance, may we
Now I'm
find
probably going
victory.
to err on the side of, oh, we're also going to hit a, then we have no scout. I think the most reasonable thing to do is camp here. The boss may be right at the end, but I think that there's a chance it's not right at the end, and so I do think I have to camp here. So while we camp, I'm going to hit a manual ad break, and I'm going to see how much I can heal these losers.
Furtive and vulnerable.
You could go in and see what his deal is, then retreat. Well, Zori, that's what I'm saying, is like the retreats might fail. Okay, we have enough food to get everyone's health up quite a bit. Joker, thank you for coming by the stream, my friend. Fuck, these are all just stress buffs. No, I didn't even want to fucking click that. Okay, so I got a lot of... You know what? Yeah, I know the statue buffs ended. But I don't think for the boss fight having a little bit more damage was going to be enough to overcome the downside of having everybody be at like fucking half health. Like it would have been cool to keep extra damage on Moose, and also if Elikman is one hit from death, we're fucked even if the damage numbers are cooler. I'm also gonna go use the bathroom because I've been chugging water all stream. And then we're gonna try to kill the prophet. Okay. If we get fucking, by the way, if we get fucking ambushed, yeah, we are favored by the gods this day, and we are not getting jumped.
Darkness closes in, haunting the hearts of men.
I'm fine. Hey, he's taking less stress. He's taking less stress because of all the prep I did. Kill that guy. God, duh. Don't even block. Why even try to block? Like, you're not going to take damage. Who cares about blocking? Thank you, Elikman. That, please move. No. That's fine. That's fine. Okay. Perfect position for Moose to kill this person. Jello, hit me with that personal question, my friend, while we watch Moose coast like a motherfucker. Okay, they should be dead now. Yeah, they're dead. So now we just disorient them. Kill that guy. Ah! Sure thing, boss. What do you think is the best way you power down a deck? So there's two. Okay, I clicked out. I clicked on the wrong thing. But let me actually go to the slides for this, because there are a lot of ways I see people try to power down decks that are like bad and wrong and really deleterious to you having a good time. So, how make deck worse for fun? We're gonna do the no's first. see, cut card draw, cut interaction. I think tap lands is okay. I think these are the two very, very big no's. A lot of people will say, oh, well, I had card draw and I had tutors, but the deck was too good. So I got rid of all of that. The deck was still too good, so I took out all the good removal. While that will make your deck win less often, rather than making your deck less powerful while still being coherent, what you're doing is you're just making now a like wildly inconsistent combo deck. I think if you are trying to power something down, combos are out of the question anyway. I would say yes is like, you could do less efficient ramp. You could less efficient is always the correct answer over getting rid of a thing. And so if you had Ristic Study before, you get rid of Ristic Study. That doesn't mean that you replace Ristic Study with a like funny, goofy common that doesn't do anything. You want to be trading them to less efficient versions of themselves. Now, specifically, every attempt I have ever seen at powering down a combo deck ends in ruin. It is always boring. It is always unfulfilling. If you are a combo player, combos are powerful. Like, I don't care how many steps you make it. I don't care how much mana you make it cost. If you make a really convoluted, difficult to execute combo, all you are doing is recusing yourself from playing the commander game, because so much of your deck has to be dedicated towards doing this shitty, no good combo that you can't participate, which defeats the purpose of powering down to a casual table anyway. Or like, you know, capital C casual. The Spellslinger's like same thing as combo. But I would say if you have like Sky Shroud, Claim to Cultivate, both get you 2 lands. One is much better than the other. As Atlas is saying, the most fulfilling thing you can do, peak deck building, is to find some sort of silly gimmick or theme and then optimize around that gimmick. Rather than just being like, how do I make this commander do the best thing it can do? Or how do I make this archetype do the best thing it can do? It's how do I make this specific gimmick be the very best that it can be, and that will force you into picking worse cards because they're better for the gimmick, even if they're worse overall. But that's what I would do. I wouldn't get rid of interaction. You can take like less efficient interaction, but generally the best thing you can do is trade your really efficient cards for less and less efficient cards. Okay, now we have a man to kill. Fucking pray to everything.
The light, the promise of safety.
Thank you, Alec man. Is this locked? We have 2 keys. Fuck it.
Finding the stuff is only the first test. Now it must be carried home.
Thank God, no fight. Okay, no fight. Okay. So we're not gonna have to take on any more like damage or stress. We're gonna get to come in with 100% health. God, this is so much fucking money. This is so much fucking money to potentially lose. We have 4,000 gold raw. Then we have another 8,000 in coins. So that's 12,000. 13,250. 14,500. 15,750. Then like another 16,750. So we have $17,000. Dr. Dudeman, we unfortunately took somebody from the C team who really thought they could prove themselves, and they let their entire family down. They let us down, and it was frankly their fucking fault.
The madman hides there,
Okay.
behind the pews, spouting his mindless
So we have
drivel.
obstacles in the way. That can't be good. I'm gonna keep it a full stack. What's your stun resist? 100%, great. 300% move resist. So hey, we're not moving him. I'm gonna keep it a full stack. I don't know what prophesizing my end is. Cannot be good. I think we just hope that Moose lives long enough for the Vizier and Elec to poison this guy. Okay, if that's stress-based, that's not very bad. Very clutch stun resist. Okay, incredibly clutch dodge, actually. We just keep doing this. Moose, I need you to clutch up, man. It's wood. It is wood. He is not immune. He has no blight resistance. So if we... Okay, we're getting good resists. Oh my god. Yes. Okay, okay. We just keep poisoning him. Yeah, because we can stack this shit up crazy style. Oh, fuck. Up to 16? That's still a lot of rounds. That's still a lot of fucking rounds. Huh?
Perched at the very precipice of oblivion.
Listen, I knew that shit was gonna hit for a lot. Holy fuck. I'm gonna get Elec off Death's Door.
But it can be postponed.
I'm never gonna stun this guy. I'm never gonna stun this guy. He's a fucking Geodude with Rock Throw.
As life ebbs, terrible vistas of emptiness reveal themselves.
I think Elec Man. Jome, 20. Their maximum health. They got hit for their maximum fucking health amount. We're up to 17 damage around. I think it is worth it to keep Elikman off Death's Door.
It will wait.
Oh wait, no, because he has non-Rebel of Rune.
A hand's breadth from becoming
Fuck
unwound.
yeah. That honestly may be the misplay that sinks this boss fight. Like, I think if I had... Yeah, because we're not going to chop through this in time. I think if I had been... Oh, because now I can't... Now the boss isn't standing far enough. Yeah, I think we're cooked now because I spent too much time trying to heal Elec and not enough time getting Blight on the boss. Okay, hold on. Clutch dodges. Can't you run away? I still think there's a chance here. Oh, but I can't fucking Blight these things. Mother of God. Okay, Vizier did not get hit for lethal. That is extremely relevant. Okay, now Moose, I need you to fucking do something. Moose, I swear to fuck, I need... That's not the thing I asked you to do, Moose. That's not the shit. I asked you to do some very specific shit, Moose. Hey, can I get a turn? Can I get a turn? Why does he get 2? Base stun resist. Okay, Moose has to hit for 10. He clutches the Blight.
In life, his claims to recognition were dubious at best. In death, they are ridiculous.
It's easy. It's not a difficult game. It's not a difficult game when you're A-team material. I would like to officially welcome Moose to the A-team, first and foremost. I would like to thank Elikman for his service. You went out, but you went out with quite possibly the best performance of your career. Orion, eat shit. You failed us. You forced the team into a difficult situation through your own making. And I'm glad you died. Okay. Can we equip anything? No. Vestal. Haste Chalice, I think, seems like super whatever for Vestal. So we have 25,000 gold. No, 2,500. So we can trade that out. It's better. We trade that out. It's better. Then I think we leave this shit. Get me the fuck out of here. Fuck the secret room. Fuck the secret room immediately. 21K that we are using to send Moose and the Vizier on an all expenses paid vacation to wherever the fuck they want. And it looks like that vacation is going to be the goddamn doctor's office because they both are riddled with disease. They are both riddled with disease. Get into the medical ward. Rest well. Rest fucking well. Bring a new highwayman in.
Elusive, evasive.
And we have one occultist.
Righteous traits for a rogue.
Can we buy anything with all this fucking money? Stun skill's pretty good. God, that antiquarian charm would be great for fucking Elikman, huh? I think we'll buy this for our new antiquarian. 5 accuracy, 2 dodge. That seems like a leper thing to me. Danny, that would have been insane. We also have a custom card to review from Myth. I'm going to remember to change the overlay this time. The Deal. For 10 colorless and Phyrexian mana legendary sorcery, you may cast this spell without paying its mana cost. If you do, target opponent gains control of you during the spell's resolution. Look at the top 10 cards from any combination of cards between the top and bottom of your deck. You may put one into your hand. You may cast another without paying its mana cost, then exile the rest. I think this is really cool thematically, but is a terrible thing to introduce into the already ravaged political landscape of Commander. I think the idea of, okay, I'm getting this really powerful thing for free, but I let an opponent pick them, is like, the potential for king making is very bad in a non-interesting way. I think it leads to many more non-games than it does real games. This would screw with CEDH, although that is deserved. It's very funny to screw with CEDH. Yeah, fuck it. Give it Demonstrate. That would fix it, for sure. What this also fucks is, like, mulliganing. Well, I guess if it's legendary, that prevents the, like, turn 1 cheating. Although then the Rogue Rack players don't give a fuck, though. Yeah, I mean, Ugin's whatever for it. What I'm thinking is, like, mull hard. Although this is kind of Christmas land, so I'm not sure if that's fair to judge the card on. Yeah, I think it's Laffy Taffy bullshit. It's Laffy Taffy bullshit. I think I might let you play it in a dedicated pod, but I would never want to see this introduced into Gen Pop. Can't your opponent just give you a land and a mana rock? So Otter, I'm really confident that you can understand why it might not be a good idea to go, for my first spell of the game, I will draw a card and free cast ramp. Or at any moment. Like, because it's May, your opponents can just go like, oh, well, this whiffs, which is what every opponent's going to do. Like, I don't think it creates interesting situations. I think if it's like, if you're ahead, if you're ahead and you free cast it, your opponent just goes like, oh, you get nothing. And if you're ahead and you hard cast it, it's just another, like, whatever colorless is cheating at mana card. And if you're behind and you free cast it, you probably just get like ramp and you draw a card. Yeah. Mr. E, we're doing a custom card redeem. Yeah, it's also just an 11 mana trigger for all of the, like, big cascade shitheads. Okay. Let me pay out this prediction for the A team. That's victory. We did not retreat. We killed the boss. We lost about half of them. But thankfully, we did not lose the core A team member, DMC Beholder. We only lost the cheaters and the fakers. And so with that, we're going to end the stream for today. We will be live again tomorrow at noon doing World of Warcraft shit with Beeps and Z-Main character. So for now, we're going to go raid out. We're going to raid our friend Beard Princess, who's doing Hole Inspector. Hit them with the indestructible Justin rant if you can. Thank you all very much for coming. I hope you enjoyed the stream. I appreciate everyone who followed, subscribed, cheered. Thank you all for your generosity. And please remember to stay toxic. YouTube, that's going to be it for me, but we will be live again tomorrow. Go watch my new long